Hey everyone, this is Mr. Hate, and I'm going to go through everything you need, as far as I can see, everything that you need to post on Weebly, upload videos. Yeah, just a lot of things, so we're going to go through it bit by bit, and I'm going to try and keep it simple, and we'll walk through one at a time. The first one we're going to talk about is Weebly, which is the blog site. Okay, so within by Thursday or Friday or so this week, so another 4 days, you'll get an email with your access as authors to the Weebly site. Each of you has a separate blog, and you'll have your own profile page, which you can put sort of anything you want, your art, and little bits of everything, but that's something I'll have to do. As far as what you have on the site is essentially a blog post where you can drag and drop everything, and I'm going to show you how to do that first, and then we'll go through everything else. So the first one is Weebly itself. I'm going to see how this works with flipping the camera. Okay, so when you log into Weebly itself, you'll see this page right here. Okay, or something similar. I don't know with authors what exactly you'll get. So we're just going to skip through this bit, and it's the next bit that's important. Okay, so we're going to go through and we're going to look at the HATETEAM blog itself, which all of you have your own name and your own page. But this is the best way to show you how to post a blog. And it's fairly simple. It's taken me a long time to work out. Like everything on this, that's why it's taken so long. So I'm going to show you quickly. The first thing you want is basically a lot of this stuff is going to be irrelevant to you. You're not going to need it. At the moment I've posted a few random cartoons on the site itself just to see if it worked. Down here you've got a new post, so you click new post and you'll see this right here. This is what you'll all see. Title, an elements box, and the comments, which I'll obviously comment later. The left side here is what's important, which is all your drag and drops. Okay, and this stuff, it's only this part that you have to worry about. The rest of the site itself I've built, and I'm going to show you quickly how easy it is. Title itself, it's just blurry. This is going to take a lot longer than I thought, but okay, so we've got a title, and then from there I'll show you quickly, I'll show you a bit of everything. Okay, so the first thing is you've got up here, you can click and drag a text box straight across, and you can type whatever you like, and you've got a text box there. Same goes for everything else pretty much. A picture, you want to put a picture in, click and drag it, and then just upload the image. That comes from your computer. You can just click and drag it straight to here. I'm not going to do that right now. What I will show you is how to do a YouTube video, which is at the moment what you're looking at. There are paid for features like audio and stuff that I can put on separately, but at the moment it's a business plan. So we've got, if you can see right there, a YouTube block. The YouTube comes up here, and then you've got to add a YouTube video to your site. It's fairly simple, even though it looks like that. You come up with a box here that asks for your YouTube video URL. That's why I told you all to have a YouTube site. So we're going to go to YouTube, and we're just going to get a random video just so I can show you how to do it. Because it doesn't have to be your own material, it can be anyone else's, and I kind of want a bit of everything. It's more like your own personalities have all chosen it because you've all got something different that you do. Anyway, as you can see, the video's playing, and then if you go from here, and you can do it from the corner as you normally would with Facebook and share it. What I normally do is just take the URL itself, copy, come back over here and paste. Then once that's done, you can choose it to be left, right, or whatever. Just centered normally works fine. And then bam, we have a YouTube video on there. And again, you've got text boxes, titles, all sorts of things you can sort of put in there, a map. As you go on, you're going to work this out, and I'll try and help you with anything else. But as you can see, it's up there, and once it's up there, it's good to go. And what we're going to do, we're going to show you from here. All you'd have to do is post it. I'm not going to post this because it's some random clip, but you press post and it'll tell you that it's been posted. Okay, I might have to go through this a bit more to show you each of your sites, but for now, I'm showing the little bits and pieces to get you started. Okay, so that itself is Weebly. The next thing I'm going to show you is YouTube. Okay, we're just going to go straight from the same site, and I'm going to show you how to upload a video if you haven't already done so. It's fairly easy as well. Like I said, with all the looking around, it's the upload button up the top right. Select the files to upload, which when you click on it, gives you your computer. You can go anywhere from there. You can also, I don't know how many of you have tried this, you can actually stream from YouTube, stream your gaming, or stream from behind you at like as a spectator, but I haven't really used much of that. There's slideshows and video editors on that. I'm going to show you a couple of other things, and then I'll walk through video editors. But YouTube itself is fairly simple. I made it fairly easy to use, so you shouldn't have much trouble. Next one would be OneDrive, which I've all told you. At the moment, this is where you're uploading everything to. Straight from Smart Glass. There are other ways, and I'll show you another way to get the videos and screenshots and shots off of it. But for now, OneDrive's the one that everyone's been using, and Upload Studios uses that as a preference. This is your main homepage once you've signed in. All mine's signed in because it's Windows anyway. It's all connected. So you got videos, Xbox game DVR, and you have everything that you've uploaded that's saved there at the time. Mainly these are ones that specifically you've edited and you've uploaded. I can show you how to get other clips, but you can choose to play any of these from the site itself. So video edited, and then up here you can choose. It's not going to focus, obviously. At the top left is a download, delete, etc. Or you can do it this way. You go back, right click. Maybe this will focus. That's not liking me today. Not clear enough. You can't see it, but what it does say is either to share or download, and that's simple. You choose where it goes to, delete, move to, give it a name, etc. And you can also choose to share it, which is something we might have to look into if I'm editing your videos. Although I'm pretty sure I can get it from YouTube itself. I've already worked out a way to do that. But if you press share, it gives you an option to get a link or to send it in an email. So obviously you'll be able to send an email. You can also manage permissions and give people certain permissions. So add people and give people permission to access your videos and download it directly from there. I don't know whether you lose quality out of taking it the way that I'm. The plan at the moment is to take it directly from YouTube, from what you've uploaded, or OneDrive, but you've all got to get familiar with OneDrive. Again, all of these things, it's 10 different programs that you have to learn, and it's taken me the past week to sort of coordinate it all. If you download them all, maybe I can give you a way to send it. We need to find a way to file share, and if any of you know a better way, just let me know. Okay, so the next thing is that's OneDrive. You know how to download it. You also know that that directly once it's downloaded, you can choose to upload it straight to YouTube, doing that same process again. Upload, click and drop, or open it up and find where you saved the file. So I can go straight to YouTube, and then you've got your video on YouTube, and then you can link it to your blog site. Okay, next is your Weebly YouTube OneDrive. Okay, so I found a new one last night. Gotham was asking me a few questions, so I went through and I found xboxclips.com. If any of you haven't used it, all you have to do, and saying that, I don't know whether or not how open access these are. Technically, I may be able to use yours. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I may be able to access some of your videos from here. The interesting one about this one is once you've entered your gamer tag in that top corner, not only can you access your videos from Upload Studio, but you can also access screenshots, which is something that I couldn't find before. So you can choose to take a screenshot, view the screenshot, right click and save it, or it's just as easy to with Microsoft Paint, and I don't think you can see it in this light. Press print screen, and then use Paint to edit it, if that's what you feel like doing. But this seemed like a good site that you could access a lot of the videos. I'm really not sure whether I can access it from maybe I'll ask for one of your permissions to have a look at your videos through here and see whether or not I can do it. But Xbox Clips was a new one that I found, and it looked fairly good. Obviously they're sharing your clips in a separate arena anyway, so maybe it'd be worth looking into to see whether or not there's anything we can do with that. And like I said, that's video clips and screenshots, and I haven't found a place that's done screenshots. Okay. Just quickly say the next one's the Xbox app itself. It's not Smart Glass. I'm not sure if I have that app because I'm part of the Windows Insider program or not. If you guys look it up and you can tell me. And this is Windows 10. Windows 8.1 should use the same things, but again, I'm not sure if you're using my computer and only my computer. So I'm not sure. So I'll show you the Xbox app, how to stream, record, and all that sort of thing. If you've got the gear there to do it, which is another thing. Okay. On your doesn't want to focus today. On your start menu, you'll have Xbox, and it's called Xbox, not Xbox One Smart Glass. Smart Glass, I don't think does what this one does. Again, this is Windows 10 again, so and this is if it'll focus, this is the Xbox app. And what's interesting about the Xbox app compared to the other things is all the things that it does. So I'm going to start by showing, obviously you can directly connect to your Xbox. One thing you're going to need, quickly before I start this, and it's losing focus again, we go to settings, but one thing you're going to need if you are using this is either a cheap wired controller, which this is just a $30 wired Xbox One controller, but it has to plug into your PC. You need, or you can use a wireless dongle, so a USB attachment, so you can plug your normal controllers into it. I bought this one as well because it has a 3.5mm, which I'll get into in a minute, for recording stuff. Okay, so through settings, if you look at settings itself, like you just saw home, and you go to game DVR, there's a lot of shortcuts here for opening up the game bar for recording and things. The options itself it gives you is to record in the background of game clips, which I haven't used too much, but it does give you a maximum of 2 hours recording time instantly. and you can capture all of this to a folder on your file, on your computer. There is some of my private information here, so this will be deleted at some point, so any of you that are using it, like Gotham's messages are up there. Any of you that are using this, just maybe save a copy of it or write down everything you need. You can choose to record from the microphone or not, the connector, all that sort of thing. The brilliant thing that I figured out with this one is I can play Xbox directly off of a PC. The only condition to this is, and again I forgot to say, controller is a major one. The other one is a graphics card, so a computer capable of actually recording, so that you can stream and so that you can record. Which my laptop, which was a newer laptop, didn't have all the things that I needed. We're going to go through over here. You got streaming quality, all the rest of it. This is actually quite good. Now I need to remember what else was in there. Streaming, recording, the controller, graphics card I've been through. It's the shortcuts itself. If you're streaming a game, okay, so it's got an option right here anyway. Hatebox stream, and it connects to the Xbox itself, which my Xbox is on, but the TV's off. So there you go, that's my Xbox and that's my PC controlling it. So I can play Destiny from here, or you could play your games from here if you wanted. If your partner wants the TV back, it means you can party, you can do everything off of this. And again, it's not Xbox Smart Glass, it's the Xbox app itself, which I'm not sure you'll be able to get. You have to let me know. So like I said, this is it streaming, and you can play games directly from it. If you press, and there are certain buttons, shortcuts. Okay, so the Windows button plus G. And it's not going to do it now. No, there it goes. If you see here, there's a game bar up the top. But if you stop streaming for a minute, that'll be difficult, isn't it? Stop streaming. See if I can get this up. Windows and then G. There it goes, game bar. I don't know if you can see that there. Yes, I want to open that. Come back to this. So if it's working, which doesn't seem to be at the moment, everything's a little bit slow at the moment. Win G. We have a game bar down the bottom. So from that, with your Xbox controller, it keeps disappearing on me. Windows G, come down to here, and you can take a screenshot directly from the computer. You can record straight from here, so your laptop's sitting next to you, press record while you're playing the game. Also, I go back to the Xbox menus and all that sort of thing. There's a few settings I think that you can adjust on here. You can move this around to anywhere you want it. And each one of these are going to be something you get used to. There are other shortcuts like in that settings menu, so you can record without using the game bar. I thought the game bar made it a bit easier, and it's something that sort of floats around and it doesn't matter. Okay, so they're the basic programs that I can think of. If there's anything you remember, you just give me a yell. The next thing we're going to go through is a few of the video editing things. Alright. Okay, so the last thing that a couple of people have asked me about, one, just what I remember, is with the controller itself, with the 3.5mm. If you do want to do music without using a Connect and using a cord, there's an important thing that you need to remember that they don't really say on every video. An auxiliary cord works fine. Works fine for phones and whatnot. What they don't tell you is an auxiliary cord, and I don't know if I can show you here, has has 2 lines, and a microphone cable. The one you need is 3 lines. I found that out last week, which I've got recording software over here. I'm recording everything, so it doesn't matter. But buy yourself one of these and one of these, and you can record music directly through the controller. I think the most they cost like $10. You use that with an Elite with a 3.5. I think all the new controllers come out with 3.5 mil anyway. Okay. With sound, because I've contemplated doing with YouTube, you can do now that you know screenshots and all the rest of it. You can do a slideshow and then add audio. So if you use something like Audacity, is a free program for recording audio, and it's quite good. I used Xbox apps actually. There's a couple of Xbox apps that I've downloaded recently. One's straight out with Windows 10, which is a voice recorder. As long as you have a microphone, and it may work with your regular microphone attached to a controller, but I haven't tried that. I'll show you quickly at the end of this how much I've had to put together to make half of this happen anyway. But there are other apps that I downloaded. Things falling over outside in the wind. Movie Animator. There's a lot of like Windows apps themselves, which are fairly basic, and they're made for phones or they're made for the Xbox and everything, but that they work okay. Of those, I've used Video Editor Master. That was free, and if you can find a free one, it's always better. I don't want you to spend a fortune doing this stuff just to make it happen. There was another one that I used. The point is a lot of those, like the free stuff, will do little things like add music to your videos, or YouTube lets you do a lot of that stuff if you can work it out. So if anyone comes up with a better solution that you can all use, you give it to me, and I'll try and share it around so we all start using similar things. And as we go along, we work out what works, but it works out best anyway. I also have Sony Vegas, although it's a torrent, so it's the program itself costs $400 or something, which I can't afford just to do this. So I got a torrent. If you don't know torrents, you look it up. There's a walkthrough on how to do it. Isn't that hard to do technically once you've learned it, and you can download any movie before it's come out. I watched Superman before it ever came out in Australia, just quietly. Okay, again, some of these things are Windows 10 apps, so if you've got Windows 8, and I think everyone's a little bit scared of Windows 10, but Windows 10, once you use it, it's fine. And I'm part of the Insider program, which is something that I don't know whether all of you are. Insider program was when Windows 10 first came out. You could preview Windows itself. I'm a nerd, so I went through all of that. So the Xbox app itself, I'm not sure whether you'll actually have or not. I think I've covered everything. I'm going to quickly show you. Again, this is okay. So 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and I should be able to pay for you guys to author, so you can author what you want. If not, then another week from then, the site name changes from Xbox from the Mr. Hate to HATETEAM.net, which I think is easier to share around, and people are going to search the name HATETEAM because a lot of people are talking about it now. The website itself will get a store, so if anyone wants to be part of that in some way or another, I'm designing logos and stuff, but it's all taking time, bit by bit. Bride's been working on a heap of that sort of stuff, like the Facebook page, and there'll be a Twitter account, which if you've looked at it when you're using Upload Studio, you can upload it directly to Twitter. So maybe that'd be a good thing to have, and then we can all bulk it to Twitter. One thing I'm going to talk about real quickly, and it's something that you all need to know because you've started doing this, is Facebook, Twitter, all of those things are in the way. It's all good to get people to go to your Facebook page and like your page, but having a hate team page on Facebook or a hate team page on Twitter means people are less likely to actually come to our site and more likely to like the page itself. So go to the Hate Team Facebook page and like it, and then never really look at our site itself. So you got to encourage people. Again, if we want to make this something where we're all getting paid, and it's about self-marketing. And I've learned that enough doing music, that if you want people to hear it, you have to push it down their throats. And you'd all know that anyway. You try and have a conversation about games and you get the same argument. I wish I got paid to sit on my ass. Except you're good at it. So am I, and there's a reason we're good at it, and there should be something there. The evolution of humans means the physical labor is slowly waning anyway. Anything else that you guys can think of, you let me know. Maybe I've got pages and pages worth of stuff that like to try and sort this out. Again, like you'll have your own websites. I can do some of your editing. Don't stress about doing what I'm doing. My stuff's different. Hate Team's supposed to be a collection of everything. Yeah, so like it's a little bit of brutality, a little bit of anger, a little bit of happy. It doesn't matter. It's all together. It's all about gaming, and it's all about the things associated with gaming. And if you know, like me, I'm a gamer. I'm also a nerd. I'm a musician and I'm an artist, so all of that stuff like can go onto that site, and I have no problem with that. You all have your own blogs, and at the end of the week, once we've got this sorted, and there are people dropping in and out at the moment. I've got a few people that may be out or may be in, and that's going to come down to actually having the site ready to go and then see how much you're posting. I've got a new person that's come in. I don't know, you guys have talked a little bit to each other, but the Waterfront is a new one that's into the list, and he seems to be another motivated one, and I appreciate all you guys that are actually making videos and still doing things out or waiting on all of this. Like I get impatient with all of it, but yeah, I don't expect you to spend any money on this stuff, so it's only if you have it, and if you're having trouble with it, you let me know. One of my latest videos that I put onto my Mr. Hate channel, I used just a Nokia phone. It was a nice phone and everything, but it's just 2 years old, a year old, and I used just the phone. I recorded it, I edited it on the phone using an app, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. So it didn't touch a computer at all. So however you can do it that's easiest for you, I'm happy with. As long as I can access it in some way. What I'd like to have is a weekly show, something that everyone's input comes into it, and we come up with something that essentially has a host at the start, and a little bit of information. But that doesn't mean that that's what it has to be. It's just what it's becoming. I didn't really intend for any of this. If this makes sense, if you looked at the website itself, I was just randomly writing rants off to the side, and now it's become something huge. If there's anything else, like I said, you let me know. I'm really hard to get a hold of. I know Brutal's tried to call me, and at the moment I haven't been on the Xbox because the Bride got banned, so it's kept me off the Xbox a little bit. I don't want to play Destiny without it. That's all I can really think about. I'm gonna quickly show you, just so you know, like it's taken me this long, and it's not just what I do, but yeah, it's a lot that's gone into setting this up, and I appreciate all your hard work, and as long as you know that it has been difficult, and I am still learning, and it's gonna be awesome. Honestly, I've got no worries as to where it's going. Harley has a show that's essentially a show all on its own. Gotham's been making a few videos lately, and he's getting a connect. Max the Pug, I always like your videos, funny. Waterfront's always got a quote or something for me. Anyone I've forgotten is just because there's so many people at the moment. I think the final number would be 9. For now anyway. If the site gets bigger and we get more views, we can start changing things. We can start all of your pages themselves have a link to, if you've given them to me, to your Twitch, to your YouTube, to your Facebook or whatever. If you want to keep that stuff separate, because the way I've worked HATETEAM, because I rant, my personal information hasn't been up on there up until now, and I will put a little bit, but it's kind of a barrier. One of the reasons this started was like Harley and Bride getting hassled from blokes, getting a million ads and everything, and it seems like they've got no focus as to where they're going. And if I give them a site to go to where they can actually see some videos, like a page and share a page, and we start getting shared around, then all the better. Have a look at the video, tell me what you think, and let me know of any ideas you have. I've got an idea for a podcast. If any of you are keen, but it's going to come down to more when the site's going itself. I don't know if you can see there. I have the audio recording stuff to be able to sit in front of the Xbox and get you all in a party, and we can have a chat, and even a YouTube podcast as it starts out. That's another thing it's another avenue that's going to take a little while for me to get, which is Apple itself. So iTunes and all the rest of it. It's become that complicated with computers and everything, and the fact that there are PCs, Macs, and all the rest of it, that everything has to be done over and over and over and over again. So when we have a final site, that site itself will be the one that I blast out to everyone, and I can start linking everything back to it, so we can have possibly anything that you're putting on there. Can't really think of anything else. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm going to edit this video together, and then I'll give you something that's on YouTube, and then send me a message, whether it be on the email or Xbox Live itself. As you can see, I can get the messages off here anyway. But we'll be working a fair bit over the next 3 days to get this finished, to make sure everything's ready for you guys to post. If any of them was too brief, like the Weebly thing and everything, you let me know, or if you can, look it up yourself, and there'll be some sort of tutorial that's better than what I've given you. It really is just click and drag with a lot of that stuff, and you can't mess anything up as long as you haven't posted it. So if it stuffs up, just close the window and restart almost. It'll save to drafts, and you'll all be editors, so the admin rights sticks with me. And if later on, if you want to make your own websites, or you've got an idea for something else, then we'll push that. But for now, it's all of us pushing the HATETEAM logo and the HATETEAM name, and the more we're heard, the more people are listening. Anyway, thanks for that from Mr. Hate and Bride. She's not listening. Bride. There you go. Cheers for that, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.